and we talk local sport, international sports, everything sports. With me here, I have Miss Hudson Mugweri in the studio. Yeah, you're welcome to the show, Miss Hudson Mugweri.
Thank you very much, Emma. And I'm pleased to be here once again to enjoy the hot take. Hope people pick something from what we're talking about. And I'm happy that we are getting a lot of attraction from different people. And the feedback is positive. So keep it up, please. Enjoy today's show and hope
Yes,
you have a blast.
absolutely. We'll start with the UPL. We'll start with this game in particular, Bull FC, Kitara FC versus Bull. This is a game that has really drawn a lot of attention, starting with the coach being sacked the same moment a coach has been appointed. But let's look at the specifics of the game. Bull condemned Kitara FC to their third home loss. Uh, this is a game that I remember the game in Imbarara. Mr. Senyondo Brian said that they have to start winning games. Actually, he was open. He was like, "We have not won against Bull, but this is a game they needed to win." And unfortunately, they lost 3-1. And mamas started coming around. Even remember last time on our show, we are talking about mamas are in Hoima. People want his head. They want him to go. Eventually came out coughing. He's like, no, even Jesus Christ was hated. But unfortunately, Brian Senyondo was sacked in Kitara. And what do you make of the whole incidents? Before we talk about his appointment at Express, but the whole incidents that happened in Kitara and the whole project, how it all went down crumbling for him.
You know, after the game of Bull, we saw a lot of stories coming in from Hoima about players just enjoying life, drinking, doing blah blah, most of the things. They've let them indisciplined, let them go back to the camps they are in, so that they still the management should be hard on them as well. But I was like, you know what? I'm not seeing Brian Senyondo staying at Kitara after this loss against Bull, because this was the third loss at home against Bull. And of course, it was a 3-1. It was really, really a bad loss because they lost 3-1 to Bull. When you look at the Bull team and you look at the Kitara team, I've already said this: the Kitara team is more bigger than the Bull team.
Just good
Even
depth,
actually,
yeah.
Kitara team is on the level of KCCA and Vipers. If you look at the depth and the rest of that team, yeah, good experienced players. Yes,
Absolutely.
they added in the young lads as well. True, yeah, but with the additions they made this season, of course they lost two big players. They lost Muchurizi and they lost Brana Harbour as well. But the additions were on point. Yeah, because you have Amaku, you've got of course Patrick Kadu as well, who's experienced. They added OT as well, one of the best defender of last season. So I asked myself, what's happening to Kitara? So when people start breaking down things of like players are disciplined, they're not doing the things that they did last season, I think the players are just fed up of the coach. They need different management altogether.
So
And players always do that by the to coaches. And players always do that. Some coaches they can start off with playing shitty football. Let me call it like that. What next? They're making sure the coach has to leave us so that we can get another coach who can take us very far. Yeah. After playing continental football, the kind of football they played at the continent level, I'm like, these guys can go further. They can compete for the championship in Uganda Premier League. But they've started at the slope. They started strong. The first game against Lugazi was a sure win for them. It was a big win for them. I'm like, okay, Stella has now kicked off. What next? They're drawing. They're losing games. And trust me, they're really struggling because I think they have 4 points in 5 games. That is really bad for them. That's really bad for them. So I know
they are 14th. They're inducted in the
Brian
relegation.
Senyondo sacking.
They're in the relegation.
Then relegation, yeah. The Brian Senyondo sacking was coming, and when he was sacked,
It
no one
was
was
imminent,
surprised.
yeah.
No one said that, yeah, we didn't see it coming. Everyone was like, that one, we are good to go, and of course we're not surprised with this sacking. That's how it is now.
Do you believe
But I
he
hope
lost? Do you
with
believe
the
he
new
lost?
coach coming
He lost
in,
the dressing room.
I hope they performs because it's so happened. They sacked the Otakediko team Is all technical team like everyone has to leave? Let's bring in different people as well. Yeah. Not that they've only sacked the coach, no. Even the assistant coaches, the fitness coaches, the goalkeeper coach, everyone, like, they let go of everyone. So the person who's coming in is bringing in something different now as well.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, and I hope he delivers this time. Hope the players welcome him warmly, and hope we see positive results from Kitara, because we don't want to see Kitara going down. We want to see Kitara still in the Premier League, and want to see Kitara still up, because that's a community club which has shown us that, you know what, we can go further and we can compete with these other big clubs and we can still get positive results.
To be fair to Brian, his performance he had actually 51% win ratio. He didn't win on the continent, but he was unbeaten in the Uganda Cup, eventually lifting it. He had let me check it out. But his performance was good. Yeah, it's only that this season, you're looking at the total performance, that is even including this season, his performance was not really bad. He had a 51, more than 50% win ratio. But anyway, to move on that, the club also moved fast and appointed Waswa Bossa with his technical team. What does Waswa Bossa bring in this team right now?
It brings experience. That's what I have to say. He's one of the experienced coaches we have in Uganda. And on top of that, he's a champion as well. He's a champion as well.
Yeah. He's coached in Barala, coached Sowana, started with Hoima. I think he started in Hoima. I think Hoima was his first team. So he's not really new in Hoima.
Yeah. I would say he has gone back home. He has gone back home. He has gone back home because he knows the environment. He knows what people want in that place. On top of that, he was at Express, and we saw what he did at Express.
Hello?
With the team he had, he won the championship there.
I don't know, I've lost him. Hope he gets back. Yes, yeah, go on, yeah. Go on, you had gone off. You're still talking of Bossa?
Yeah, I would say he brings experience into the team. On top of that, he's a winner as well. So I would say he's not a bad coach. He's one of the good. He's one of the coaches we have in Uganda who has shown to us that, you know what, I can win a championship with the players I've got, and he won it at Express. And I wish him all the best at Kitara. Right now, I can't judge him because he hasn't coached any game with the team right now Kitara has. So we should give him time and we see what he has for us on the plate. But at the end of the day, of course, I expected either them getting Rule or Bossa, but they went with Waswa Bossa. Let me hope the Mulangila gives us the results the team needs. And let me hope the fans are going to support him and see and give him all the guidance of what he can do so that the team can again prosper and get positive results.
Okay, absolutely. Let's move on to the other team, NEC. NEC won against Wakiso, a very commanding victory, and the coach came out. Balangu, he came out. He was really speaking buoyant. He was speaking of.
I don't know any team. Anyone who comes here,
let's listen.
Die here. I don't know because every team is strong. So me, I said any team. If case is not in this league, me, I don't know. But every team will come here must test on our soundness here.
Do your players share the same sentiment?
Yes, because I'm the boss. If you were lion, even those ones, we must lead the lion. So I'm a lion leading the lions. So we have the same spirit, the same heart, the same determination, the same mentality We want to win games here.
So, coach, the goal is to win the league title this season.
We want to play very well, better than the last season.
The Lions don't want to win the title?
We want to play very well, better than last season. If you look at last season, we lost the league in the 2 weeks at the end of the league. We lost Uganda Cup on the final. So to perform better than last season, now you can see. To perform better than last season, how do you do?
So, coach, to make Idi Adua.
Yes, so that was Coach Mbalangu. He was talking about making Lugogo a fortress, a place whereby every team should test their his buoyant, having an unbeaten record at home. Last season he finished top 3, he's top of the table. He's speaking like Arsenal on top of the table before. So what what did you make of his comment? But leaving jokes aside, yeah, NEC has really been really good this season. Yeah, they have been performing as like really in tremendous they have been in hot form this season. What do you make of NEC and Coach Mbalangu's statements that every team that come there, you saw what happened to Vipers the first day. They got the as they say, they got the dose of their own medicine. Yeah.
I would say NEC, we are predicted they're going to be title contenders. Yeah.
Yeah, we predicted that. You're right.
I was telling guys, first of all, they retained their starting 11, which played good football until the last 3 or 4 games of Uganda Premier League. That's when they went off the hook. Yeah. Leaving that aside, they brought in experienced players. Muzamini Mutiaba, who's now become a problem. I even made one time I asked that question.
He was free.
To someone.
Before you talk about Muzamini, I don't know who could not sign him. He was there, free. Baliros took him.
He was there, but I asked the question to someone. I'm like, is it time for Muzamini Mutiaba to get back to the Uganda Cranes now? With the 4 years.
I agree.
With the kind of football he's playing, this season. What does it say? Is it time for him to get back to the Uganda Cranes as well? We know he can't start games, but being someone in the 23-man team, so that he can bring in the experience into the team and also guide and leadership as well into the team. Because with Kaida Ocho being there, who's the most experienced players now in the Uganda Cranes, Ochaya as well being there, Ochaya is on and off. Now you bring in Muzami Mutiaba into the team, you bring in another experienced player, the leader as well into the team. Leaving that aside, the way they are playing their games. Of course, they've lost 1 game this season. The way they're playing their games at home, that is at Lugogo, at MTN Omondi Stadium, they are winning convincingly. Even the things of like win 1-0 or 2-0, but convincing wins. Everyone is like, oh, NEC has beaten guys 2-0, NEC has beaten guys 3-0. They started with Vipers. They won convincingly against Vipers, and that is a big statement.
Huge.
And Mbalangu saying this. Mbalangu saying this is a slaughterhouse, and whether we're going to play KCCA,
he doesn't care. He doesn't know. He doesn't know whether KCCA is in the league.
I'm just happy. The way he's saying it. I was trusted as a coach by the management. The players respect me. The players love me. They're doing a good job for me, and I'm making sure they're enjoying the beautiful game of football. At the end of the day, what are we getting? Positive results. That's what NEC is doing, and I'm just so happy with the management, the coaching staff of NEC, and also the ex-players. What they're doing at NEC, they're doing an incredible job. So it is a big plus for Mbalangu. It's a big plus for the NEC as a team.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me first read some of these stats here. Lake have not lost. They've only lost to Express, and I'm talking in total. They have not lost home. They've only lost away to Express. That was 2-1. But they started with a win against Vipers. They went to Kitara, demolished Kitara, revenged their. They came back, won against UPDF, a team that for us, me and you have talked about. UPDF is not an easy team. We'll talk about them ahead. Then they lost to Express at Hams. They went to they won against Maroons. Then demolished Wakiso Giant, a very resilient Wakiso Giant that also came to play. I mean, they could really run away with this if other teams are not really paying attention to them. You know, they're not only winning games, but they're winning against real title contenders. You know, if you look at against, okay, Express, you might say former champions, but against Kitara, we always thought Kitara was a contender. They won against Vipers. UPDF is also in the top 5. I mean, they're winning really big games.
Of course, Nick, as you mentioned, their stats, they're doing an incredible job. I would say that, winning big games. And of course, the next opponent, of course, I don't know who's going to be the next opponent.
They're playing Lugazi at Najembe.
They are playing Lugazi, yes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They might run away with it. Yeah, they're playing Lugazi in Najembe.
They might run away with it, yes.
Yeah, they might run away with it.
Yeah, with it.
So absolutely, the other the other team I want us to talk about is these two teams, KCC and Vipers. I mean, they're picking up, they're finding their form. KCC went to Mbale, very tricky place, and won a very scrappy 1-0. They missed a lot of chances, and Vipers broke Police's unbeaten run. So these are the teams that we are not going to really overlook. They have always been in the title contention in the last decade. These two teams, they have always been there. What do you make of KCC's resurgence? Also, Brian Anukani getting his first goal of the season. That was really incredible for him. Hudson is off and on. We're talking about KCC and Vipers, you know, finding this form. They started, especially Vipers, started with that first game loss to NEC. I don't know what you make of that, but they've really found form. KCC winning against Mbale Heroes in Mbale, then Vipers breaking Police's unbeaten record, and Ukani getting on the score sheet. Milton Karisis now scoring these days. Alan Okello, you know, in red hot form. I mean, what do you make of these two teams? You can start with KCC.
KCC is the unbeaten team right now. We have in the Premier League. With getting a win away from home, that is in Mbale. It was an interesting win. But we separated the two sides. They're on form. I would say they're on form. Hassan Mubiru's job is not on the line. He's delivering as a coach. And I remember the statement he made against Kitara that it's not a big club, it's a small club, but people made noise. Yeah. And of course, he proved this point. Yeah, with the kind of results he's having, apart from the draw against UPDF, which was at home. It was a home draw against UPDF. And of course, everyone expected the hard game against UPDF, and at the end of the day, KCC got a draw. I would say it is a big plus to KCC because they're now back into the winning ways and their form, and now the fans are happy with the results because no fan has complained yet. As the coach is making blunders, and the coaches, even the sports journalists, are giving positive reviews about the coach and the team as well. With the additions they added in the team, we are seeing Kwikiris are doing an incredible job. We are seeing Bright doing a good job as well.
Saidi Mayanja, you know, they have
Derek Kinsman, Derek Kinsman coming in as well.
Gavin
doing an incredible job. Those are Gavin as well, playing a number 2, which is interesting as well, doing a good job as well. So at the end of the day, the team is well balanced, the team isn't bad, and the team is getting positive results. Now going back to Vipers. Going to Vipers now.
Yeah, absolutely.
with the sacking of the white man,
Kovacevic.
and then yes, and then now bringing in an assistant coach to be the interim coach as well, because he came in 1 week, then this coach was suspended, then he took over the two games, and now this is the third game against Police, and of course he beat SC Villa, beat Waxo Giants,
Beat Express.
he has beaten now Police.
Only drew with Rugazi.
Yeah, beat Express, you know. Now, so I'm talking about this new coach.
What yeah, the new coach. Yeah.
He beat SC Villa.
Beat Wakiso.
So he has beaten now Police as well. So, yeah, what does it
Ayala,
say?
yeah.
He's doing a good job.
Ayala
So
he's doing well.
If if I'm Mulindwa, I stick with the man instead of getting
honestly,
another coach, because rumor has it that they want the former SC Villa coach to take over the role as the head coach. Madam Lake, but Madam Lake is doing a good job, and the players are now gelling in. They're playing interesting football, and they're hustling so hard to get results. They're getting results that you need.
You could see when the players are playing.
If they're one down, even if it's one down, they will hustle so hard to be you know what, we can't be beaten. We need this result, and they're delivering, because the games he has coached, he has won all the games he has coached since he took over. So generally, it's a good start for him, and Vipers, I think they're number 3 on the table, which is a plus as well. So with Alan Okello being on form, Milton Karisa being on fire as well, though I don't know why he's not someone on the national team, but I'm saying he's delivering, he's giving them goals and giving them results. But Alan Okello is the big difference in that team, because whatever he's doing on that pitch, is incredible, and he's back onto his form, and everyone is like, indeed, this is the Alan Okello we saw when he was at KCCA. Now we're seeing Alan Okello at Vipers as well. So generally, it's a good start for they started so badly, but they've really improved, and you're seeing good results from them.
Absolutely. Yeah, so for me, with Vipers, my submission would be like Ayala Luinda is doing a very good job. Him and Mumza, the assistant. Though we'll yet to see, you know, as the season goes on. You've seen these local coaches really to crumble towards the end of the season, but we really wish them the best, you know, at Vipers. As you've said, also we need us to really give these coaches time. Yeah, because man, this game here is so fast, moves very fast, and really preparing for a game each week, it's really tough. The other team I've really been following is Mbarara City. Let me first give you some little stats. And currently they have their top scorer, Arigumayo Seri. But they are They are fourth on the low with 9 points. This show, I mean, there's something I'm picking from Coach Mbabazi's teams. Regardless where he goes, whether Rua Hill, whether Mbarara City, with the exception of Chetume, where I was, but he's always in the top 5. And look at their stats this season. They started with that loss to Mbarara City that, you know, many will say that it was really, they were caught off guard. They came and drew with Police. Police went there and drew, and you know how Police has really been demolishing teams. They almost won the game against URA. That game, I'm sure you watched that game. There were some goals that were really cancelled, offside, not offside. Winning against Bull in Ajembe. Bull was home. That was remarkable. Bull, you're looking at Bull, one of the top contenders. Bara came and won against them. Kitara, drew with Kitara, a game that was really crucial for Kitara. Then win against Bright Stars, again away. I mean, this is a team that we should keep an eye. These are some of the teams that I felt we should really keep an eye. Mbarara City and UPDF. I mean, their performance this season, you know, it has surprised everyone. Looking at where Kitara is, look at where Maroons is, Police, Waxojat, Express, and Bull, including even the champions, defending champions, AC Villa. I mean, they're performing better than them.
Livingston Mbabazi, we said this like we're back. That is one of the good coaches we have in Uganda. leave alone his habits, his addictions and his habits. But everyone respects him and everyone sees something out of him. So him going back to Mbarara after a spell at Al-Wahil, then a spell at Vipers, and he's like, let me go back to Barra City. And what next? You're seeing results coming out of him. He's one of the coaches who coach a player, and the player is like, you know what? I'm contented with what the coach is giving me, what the coach is guiding me to do, and what next? Let's get the results let's get the results for him and make sure we are a team and we're winning this. And that's what Livingston Babas is doing to their players, and they also in Barra City is because now the top scorer of the league is coming from Barra City. And you want to tell me that they're not performing so because he has 5 goals as top scorer of the league.
Yes, yeah.
They're performing so well. He has 5 goals. And what does it say? It says something different. They're like, you know what? Barra City is one of the top performers this season. I would say that. For UPDF, what the coach is doing this season is incredible, because actually Barra City is number 4 and UPDF is number 5 on the table. Both have got 9 points.
On one of it.
That's how interesting it is. That's how interesting it is. That's how interesting, because
they are in great they are in form, like both teams, and
both of them have lost one game, and they've drawn 3. They've drawn 3 games and won 2 games.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
So that says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot about, yes. So they're on top form, and Barra City's next game is against Vipers, which is happening today, and Barra City is at home.
I can assure you, Hudson. I can assure you.
So
let me tell you something about Coach Livingstone. We due to the some things I want to mention, but eventually left his role when I was at Chetumi as the CEO. It was not easy. We had a very big disagreement with the board. For me, I wanted him to stay as the CEO, but eventually the board had a lot of other external pressure, and eventually he left Chetumi, and he went to Mbarara. The game against Chetumi and Mbarara, it was at Nachisunga. I will never forget that game. I've never seen a team so determined to win. The team and the coach, everyone was determined to win the game against Chetumi. And trust me, they came and demolished us 3-0 very fast. They were fast. They were fit. They showed courage. They showed determination. And I mean, for us, Chetumi, we were just there like, wow, what has really hit us? I didn't even know. And I can tell you, the game today against Vipers will not pick maximum points from Barara. The best they can get will be a draw. That's my prediction. The best they can get is a draw. If Livingstone Babas is on that bench and the way Barara is on this hot form, it's going to really be a very hard, tough game for Vipers. I don't know what you make of this game and your prediction for this game today.
The best Vipers can get from that place is a draw.
You also agree? I agree. The best they can get from that place is a draw, especially when Babas is on that bench. You're right. So that's a very tough game. That's a very tough game for Coach Livingstone. For Ayala Luinda. That's very, very tough. So I don't know what they really make of that. But they have to really play their best game this season if they're to pick really maximum points against Mbarara City. So anyway, let's I think that was local sports, local football. Let me run through some of the results that happened on match day 6 actually. It started with Express against Lugazi, a game that me and you were here. We talked about that if Bekeka wins this game, she's going to make history, and she won the game against Express. Unfortunately,
which led to the sacking of Umbawa.
Actually, Bekamboa became the first coach in Ugandan Premier League history to lose to a female, including Express. But we're not taking the light out of Mbekeka. Mbekeka really made it, but that's the game that really that was the final dagger to Bekamboa. And there was news coming in that Express, right now what I'm getting from Express is that they are struggling financially. Remember, Ham Stadium is charging them 60 million a season, 60 million that they'll be paying in quarters to host their games there. And players are also complaining of payment. I saw somewhere from, I think Brian Aheba wrote on NBA Sport that players are really demanding. Some senior players are getting paid, and some other junior players are not getting. They are being paid, small money, but the others are getting paid. That's what is coming out of Express, and we're not surprised they lost this game.
And we saw in that game against Lugas, one of the players did come back in second half.
Derek Ngovi. Yeah, Derek Ngovi did not come in the second half. I don't know whether it was health reasons, but he did not come. And actually,
and the coach didn't see that.
Yeah, you get the coach did not even know that there were nine players on the field. With the exception with minus the keeper. I mean, there was pandemonium. Like there was all disorganization starting from the start. The players that came in for the second half were less, but the coach was continuing coaching. For him, was continuing coaching until when the goal entered, I think.
Actually, he was substituting. He was substituting Alpha, and the players told him, "Man, we are 10.
We are less.
We are less." But somewhere, Emma, what is the work of the fourth official? What's the work of the ref? What's the work of the linesman? Because before the second half starts like this, you're supposed to count the players on the pitch as an official. The officials didn't do that.
Even the assistants, you can also blame the bench.
Even the assistants. At times we blame these coaches, but what is the work of your assistants? What's the work of the referees? Referees supposed to inform you. The fourth official is supposed to inform you guys. You're less. What's happening? You haven't gotten a red card. Even the referee is supposed to be the guys. You're less. Before I start off the second half, before the second half kicks off, he's supposed to count the players on the pitch. So, Ugandan football is interesting, but
so for them they enter the field less and they were comfortable playing the game.
Oh Lord, interesting Ugandan football.
Some of these things you be there and you're like, you don't blame the fans when they start saying, "But name Opira go from Wagu to them." So anyway, so let's move on to.
But the way Bekamboa was when the fans were attacking him, because after the game the fans attacked him, they talked a lot of things. Was just looking on, was silent. Is like in Israel is like, you're not paying me my money.
Yeah,
the players are demanding money.
No? So
it is okay. It is okay. Hey, Zaba, it's okay. Even if you suck me, I'll go.
Yeah. And by the players should also understand. Yeah, they should understand. Yeah, I mean, those are the things that I think we as fans from the other side, we don't have that information, because if they express they were demanding players, that means ne coach abanja. Take coach abanja kati. The whole that team there was just left. It was abandoned after KK left. I think it was abandoned. Asobola ya kwatako atasobola aleka. That's now Express right now. The way I'm looking at it, yeah. So anyway, Hudson, let's look at let's move on. Let's move to basketball. The Lady Dolphins won against they're playing in the Sekafa Zone 5 FIBA qualification. I think you'll give us you'll highlight on that and what is at stake, what are they really playing for. They're in Zanzibar. They won against Young Sisters of Burundi 91-54. I mean, dominant performance. I mean, they're the same group with Al-Ahly and the team from Tanzania. I've forgotten the name, but there's a team from Tanzania. What do you make of this campaign? Are they representing us as
I would say,
champions?
mm,
Yes, go on.
uh, the Dolphins are in the Women's Basketball League Africa qualifiers, which is like the BAL of qualifiers
Okay.
of the side of women.
All of
And
women.
of
Okay.
course, then Zanzibar. Uh, yesterday they played their first game. Yeah, yesterday they played their first game against Young Sisters of Burundi. And of course, the 191-54. It was a 5-woman army.
Yeah.
Brenda Ekon, Evelyn Nachinji, Flavio Kecho, Hopper Kello. There are 5 players on Anrita Imanishime. But the 5 players who played yesterday, other players were still in Dodoma. That didn't yet reached the ground.
Salam. Yeah.
But these 5 players, of course, used the plane and they went to Zanzibar. And of course, they won their first game comfortably well. Their second game is happening today. They play against the Tanzanian team called Vijana Queens.
Yeah.
The game is at 7 p.m. East African time. Yeah, it's at 7 p.m. East African time. And of course, wish them all the because there were 10 players who went there, but only 8 have been cleared to play. So it's upon the coach Enwe Maninga, how he's going to take the team. But wish them all the best in these qualifiers and hope they go for the Basketball Africa. I hope they qualify for Women's Basketball League. And of course, in that game, the game they played against Young Sisters, of course, Opakala 25 points and 15 rebounds in that game. She was the outstanding player of that game. She was the MVP of that game. She's one of the best players in our league here this season, this year. So we wish them all the best. And that is it for now.
Oh yeah, that's what I have for basket. Do you have anything to do with Div 1, Div 2?
Div 1, Div 2. let me get what transpired over the weekend. Over the weekend, of course, there are different games which happened in Div 1 and Div 2. And we saw some walkovers also happening. Skyjam was not turning up for their games. I don't know why they're not turning up for them. After they first got some walkover, and I think they're not up with the federation, because I talked about it, how the federation gave them a walkover after them coming with cash into their hands, and they're like, you know what, you need to bank the money. They're like, we can't bank the money because the game is just a few minutes away, and the official insisted that what next door, what did they walk over? I think they're like, you know, let go of this league and we just watch them. We can't be spending money leaving Ginger coming to Kampala and they're giving us walkovers. So that's what happened. Of course, on Saturday there were games which happened at Kansanga, that's at KIU. Of course, Angels being beaten by Asavia Banyabo. And then Amazon Rhino beating up Sector High 55-16. Res Life Saints coming back strong, beating KU Eagles 55-42. Old Timers being beaten by Summit 46-66. Of course, in Guru Hawks lost to Night Riders 76-56. At YMCA, of course, Junior Lady Jaguars losing to Chibuli 59-35. And Kumaledi Marines beating up Watoto Ladies 81-45. And Teve Archers being hooped badly by UPDF 104-44.
Wow. NBA score, man. We're talking NBA. EuroLeague.
Yeah. Watoto men are being beaten by Tropical Warriors 47-37. Falcons losing to Miracle Eagles 71-58. That was Saturday games. Then Sunday games.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes, hello. I'm on.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just take your time. It's a podcast.
Then Sunday game. Then Sunday games, of course. At KU still in Kansanga, we saw Amazon Rhino being beaten by Chibuli SS 68-47. Mox Parks losing to Domestics 48-35. Kumba Marines are winning against Eagles 63-51. Then Tropical Royals against Fumu Flames. Of course, the Flames did show up, and there was a walkover given to Royals. Of course, Royals got the walkover. It was 20-0. And the game between Good Hawks and Diamonds in the Sun was postponed. Then our savior Banyabo beating up Junior Lady Jaguars 75-31. Center High being beaten by Watoto Ladies 56-40. Victoria Crocs losing that game. Of course, Miracle Eagles ended their running of that beaten. I think that won they cover 5 games in a row. They lost 73-62. UPDF, of course, beating Watoto Men 66-58. Then also the Div 2 High Hopes being beaten by Victorians 64-59. Buckley winning against YMC Amsterdam 70-61. Emperor Skyjammers, that game didn't happen. Skyjammers didn't show up. Then Machine the Shooters beating up Jaguars, Governors 93-72. So that's how it is in the lower division, and games are still going on. Then I'm sure by end of November or mid-November we may start off with the playoffs.
Wow.
So the games are still on.
All right. Thank you for that. Let's move on to European football. We'll start with I saw you post on your status the devil on the logo left. The red devil on the Manchester United logo left the logo.
That the devil is tired, man.
The devil was like, nangen bikoye. So Eric Ten Hag gets sacked. Gets sacked, and people are looking at Ruben Amorim of Sporting Lisbon replacing him. I mean, we saw this coming. Last year. We wanted it to happen in January. There are many things. I mean, why did they take this long to sack Eric Ten Hag? And what do you make of Ruud van Nistelrooy stepping in? Do you believe he will stabilize the ship for now?
In the West Ham game, of course, Manchester lost the game 2-1 to West Ham with the controversial penalty, whereby to me, I didn't expect that penalty to happen. Somehow these refs, Premier League refs, I was telling some guy Premier League refs are lying to us, and someone said, you see, Arsenal guys are always complaining.
Yeah, people thought it was Arsenal.
It happened to them this very weekend.
Yeah, people thought it was only Arsenal.
I told them, you said Arsenal fans are complaining, Arsenal players are complaining, the coaches. It happened to you now. You feel it? That's I was telling, if you watch El Clasico properly, you saw La Liga. Their things are the video assistant referee is on point as compared
on sync
what we see in the Premier League. Yeah, because how can that be a penalty awarded to West Ham? It wasn't a penalty. That's the truth. Even if we don't love the club, even if we hate the club, even if we do it, but that wasn't a penalty. Okay. Yes. And I would say even the players themselves led to the sacking of Ten Hag. Dalot, one man to beat. Why do you kick the ball very far? Dalot missed a clear goal. Bruno Fernandes kicking the ball randomly very far. I'm like, Bruno Fernandes, why are you taking far shots? Pass the ball to the players and they score these goals. At times we blame the coaches, but these players make the coaches to be sacked. Bruno Fernandes hasn't played any football this season. That's the truth. It's just
Yeah,
gambling
man.
on pitch. Yet is the captain, is
The
the leader of the team.
leader. He has been
He's just
lacking.
gambling on
Yeah.
that pitch.
I mean, his ball retention is when he doesn't have the ball, is the worst person to really. Yeah.
You know, he's really struggling getting funny red cards, over ranting on a pitch. You know, he's always calling with his fellow players. You'd be like, "What's up? Which kind of leadership is this? You're over ranting on pitch, always calling your fellow players. Settle down as a leader, and let's get the results you need." Generally, Manchester United is struggling. It was under Ten Hag, they've struggled so much. And of course, I wish them all the best. Now that the coach has been sacked, we hope we see positive results coming from them. Like all the fans wanted the coach to be sacked. Now the coach has been sacked. So let's hope for the best from them.
Let's speak
Let's hope
about
for the best from them.
let's speak about Arsenal. Arsenal's game against Liverpool. Mike Dean came out with a verdict. You know, there's that controversial goal that was denied, Jesus goal. I don't know. I want you to speak about it. You've been speaking about the English refs and how they are not really consistent. You see, for them, they might think people really dislike them, but it's the consistency. You know, people watch the EPL a lot. The same foul, like for example, that foul against the red card against, was it Gabriel? And they showed the same instance with another team. You know, a
Saliba.
player colliding
Saliba.
with Saliba against Saliba. The yellow card or red card. I mean,
Chelsea.
it's the consistency
Chelsea,
that they
Liverpool.
don't
Yeah,
have.
Chelsea, Liverpool.
Chelsea, Liverpool. I mean, that consistent. You know, people can always speak out that and know that. But they're not up to the task. That Jesus goal, you know, I don't know why. Actually, it's called Anthony Taylor. Why he called it up back? What do you make of that chance? Was it a clear goal? What was really wrong with that? Was it a foul? Was it a
They said it's a foul, but the player jumped up, he headed the ball. Yeah. This one was down. Not that he touched him, not that he just jumped up and headed the ball. So in place of landing down, he landed on the Liverpool player. Hazard, Kai Havertz didn't hear the whistle. He continued. He tried to tap in, and of course, it was saved. Then Yusuf finished the goal. But of course, the ref had already blown the whistle. It's a foul earlier. And of course, I would say it was kind of a foul because it was the way the Liverpool player was down, then the Arsenal player jumped up. It was kind of a foul. Though a senior ref wouldn't give such a foul. A senior ref wouldn't give such a foul in such times.
I mean, let the ball go
leaving
on,
that aside,
and he called it late.
Yeah, let the ball go.
I mean,
yeah, he called it late. I would say it was an interesting game, and this time around the ref was a bit fair as compared to how we've been seeing these refs. It was an interesting game, of course, without the services of Odegaard missing out, Saliba missing out on the red card suspension, Calafiori missing out as well. Saka's coming back was a plus to Arsenal. And we saw the goal he scored against Liverpool. It was Robertson was good. You know, Robertson is a guy who is good at defending, but that day he suffered. But leaving that aside, I'll give credit to Thomas Partey.
Brilliant.
Partey handled one of
Brilliant.
one of the best attacking players right now in Premier League, Diaz. And the coach of Liverpool was forced to substitute the player. Yes.
Yeah.
Even Salah himself, Salah with the form he has, he was silent until we saw him score a goal. The way he was handled by Timber, Salah was silent until we saw him score a goal. Yes, stuck. Now with White and Gabriel Magalhaes in that defense.
Oh my God!
I was like, okay, now I'm like, this
calamity.
So of course we saw a good header from Van Dijk scoring that equalizer, but that partnership with Gabriel was on point. It was on point. Actually, this time round, the goals Liverpool scored, apart from that counter attack which happened,
Nunes
that
squared again
Salah,
for
that
Salah.
Salah goal, yes, Salah goal. Even Nunes himself struggled because I'm sure he didn't have like shots on target like how we expect them to be. Yeah, Arsenal somewhere bossed them in that midfield. And guess what? Gabriel got injured 53 minutes in the 53rd minute. Liverpool had over 30 minutes to come back and play off that game. Yeah, because if one of the best defenders in the Premier League is out now with Saliba out, this one his partner is also out. What does it say? You have now Arsenal is under pressure.
Really?
Yeah, because they've lost their leader. Their leader now, because it was the captain. It was their leader is off the pitch. Yes, but Rice now had to come back deep somewhere. Yeah, and then I would say one thing. Liverpool, if they saw Gabriel being out, if I'm Liverpool, Arsenal man, by the time you walk up to make substitutes or bring in their attacking midfielders, it was kind of late for them. And of course, they sorted for a draw. But I'll give credit to Arsenal with the kind of football we played. We played, and now we control Liverpool at Emirates, and now we got a positive result from there. It's a plus. It says a lot about Arteta. Now, everyone says, you know what, Arsenal can beat up any team now in the Premier League. And I can't forget Marino's header. It was a good header, and it was a good set, doing a good job. Martinelli was my flop of the day because there's a way Konato handled him, and he was completely off in that game. Because even the second goal we Arsenal considered, it came from him. He lost the ball, and it came from him, and that's at the end of the day we considered a goal. But generally, it was a good start. It was a good season. It was a good game from both teams. Both teams played good football, and even the fans, even the Liverpool fans said, "Wow, we've been playing games, but this has been an interesting game. It has been a good game." And of course, they are saying, "Man, Partey still stay as a right back? Because man, the way he pocketed Diaz, it says a lot, man."
He was playing right.
It says a lot,
yeah,
man.
he played right back.
Hey, it says a lot, man. Because everyone was like, Partey against Diaz on that pace, what will happen? Partey showed him, you know what?
You cannot.
Diaz, you're so fast, I'm not faster than you, but you can't beat me. You can't beat me. And he delivered. He did a good job.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's move on. Did you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming.
You didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. And I will say this and over and over and over. Madrid lost the game by themselves. In first half, they're supposed to score 2 or 3 goals in first half. 2 or 3 goals in first half. But the Barcelona offside trap is a plus to Hans Flick. Is one of the good coaches I now believe and be like, you know what, this guy is just so good. The young lads on the Barcelona team, the kind of football they're playing, the guy made substitutes. He brought in De Jong, beginning of second half, he changed the game. Guess what? The other person who came in was Olmo. Things became worse for Madrid. That says a lot. But Mbappe needs to learn how to finish. Even Vinicius needs to learn how to. Man, Mbappe was playing like Nunes, man, missing clear chances.
I agree.
Of course, they're missing the services of Courtois in goal, and also Rodrigo on the wing. But Madrid has got players who can deliver. But credit goes to Yamal, credit goes to Robert Lewandowski. That Barcelona team is just so good. Rafinha, man, Rafinha.
Rafinha.
Oh.
Did you see that? I mean,
Rafinha is on fire.
this is a different
The
Rafinha.
guy is on fire. This is a different Rafinha now we're seeing. Rafinha is on fire.
Rafinha is on fire. I mean, that elclasico. Yeah. For me, what I saw from it was Madrid were caught off guard. one, such a game is a game of small mistakes. For me, first, their keeper was not good with the ball. Their keeper was not really good with the ball, especially when Madrid
Yeah.
needed the keeper to hold play, distribute the ball. He was overhitting the ball across, and such a thing, such a loophole in a very big game like this, a team like Barcelona can exploit. Of course, they got the ball. They were good with the ball. I mean, Coach Donald Ancelotti was caught off guard, and Madrid was surprised on how good and consistent Barcelona were with possession and really their kind of game plan. They tried, they missed chances. You're right. Madrid is also a team that thrives on those opportunities. They got opportunities. The Mbappe one. I mean, it's not the first time. There's also an opportunity he has got. He has really lost that. Apart from the goal that was cancelled, that was a very good goal. You could see that's the type of Mbappe goal. But and also Vinicius Junior, the Ballon d'Or coming close. Maybe the pressure was too much. He wanted to go to Paris with a goal. But that was what really happened in elclasico. It was a 4-0 win at the Bernabeu. I mean, in the last 4 games, Madrid has won against Barcelona, home and away, their last 4 games. But coming back, Jans Flink's tactics and philosophy is really resonating in the resonating in the new camp. So that is what really transpired in elclasico. So let's close with the Ballon d'Or. Let's close with the Ballon d'Or. I mean, I didn't want to talk about this, but what did you? Let me first get your review. Who do you think would have won that?
Controversial. I still ask myself why Lautaro Martinez didn't win this award. Vinicius Junior would have won this award, yes. But when you look at the achievements last season, Lautaro Martinez has more achievements than any other person on that Ballon d'Or list. Leaving Lautaro Martinez aside, Rodri, Premier League, he wasn't the best player in the Premier League. It was Phil Foden.
Again.
Yeah. Top scorer was Haaland. When you look at that European football, him being picked as the best player in the European football, I was shocked completely. I'm like, what about Jamal Williams, who made sure Spain wins this championship? Of course, Jamal was picked as the youngest player, but to me, he would have been the best player in the Euro.
In the Euro, you see, for me, that's when I started
knowing.
In
the Euros, yes.
After the Euro, that's when I was like, really?
Yeah. I was like, okay, they're pushing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, he won the Premier League.
Yeah,
of course, Vinicius won the Champions League and won the Premier League and won the La Liga as well. Vinicius, he was the best player of the season in Champions League. Vinicius Junior, yeah, and he scored more goals as well. In Champions League. Yeah. You were seeing the football Vinicius was playing last season.
He was playing incredible,
and even
astronomical
against Dortmund. Of course, which of course they don't consider this, but the football he played against Dortmund, it showed us that he's the best player. And I remember Jimmy Carragher making a statement when Madrid signed Mbappe. When Madrid signed Mbappe, Jimmy Carragher made a big statement. It's like Madrid thought they're signing the best player in the world, but they forgot that they have the best player on the team right now.
Yeah. Interesting.
They thought they're signing the best player in the world, that's Mbappe, but they forgot that they have the best player in the world on the team, that is Vinicius Junior. Says a lot. Even Henry was like, I accept, I believe so. This guy is just incredible. This guy is on fire.
That game against Dortmund.
That's why they had to boycott them. After results leaking, they're like, you know what? We Madrid player, the Madrid as a club, we're not going to go for the Ballon d'Or awards. And they show up. Yeah. Of course, in that team, I think it's Ancelotti who won the best coach, and also Madrid won the best club. I'm like, okay, the best coach came from Madrid. The best club is Madrid. How come it's not Man City, where Rodri plays from? How come he didn't win as the best club? Why
There
they
was a
giving
lot of
Rodri
controversy.
as what? As the best player, as the Ballon d'Or winner?
Yeah. But
And we saw it. We saw it when Modric won that award as well. I'm like, Mbappe has won the World Cup, but he's not winning the Ballon d'Or.
they gave
Modric, who
Modric.
just won the Champions League, is winning the
The
Ballon
same
d'Or.
thing that happened with Thierry Henry and Nedel Medved. You know, as if they think they don't want to give it to a black man. I'll be honest with you. These things have racial undertones in them. You know, we shall be honest with this. We shall speak with it, honest. Yeah, it has racial undertones in it. You know, Thierry Henry against Pavel Nedved. Blistering after that an unbeaten season, and Nedved won it. The same thing with Mbappe after the World Cup. So we don't know the criteria. Is it winning trophies? Is it performance? Is it discipline? We don't know. You know, because now they have changed from the Messi Ronaldo winning trophies. Now they are changing. I mean, this whole thing has been really a mess. They don't. For me, I believe they have an agenda. I think they have a very big business behind pushing some player, an agenda of pushing a player. And also, there's this thing here. You know, Clarence Seedorf was asked at the red carpet. He said the war between the UEFA president and Madrid, they should not really bring it to the awards. Alexander Keferin, you know, the UEFA president. Remember, Madrid was spearheading the Super League. I think that's where the whole thing started from. And that's what people are really suspecting, that, okay, there's really bad blood between Alexander Keferin and Perez, the president of...
and Perez.
Perez, the president of Madrid. And actually, Madrid the cancellation of the flight was made from above. It wasn't even a Vinicius Junior. Junior was willing to come. But the president was like, no.
Yeah, it was all the players were willing to come. All the players could, but the president was like, no, you're not going to go. After the leaked results. Actually, the results caused that. The results were leaked.
But
actually, I asked myself, when they said, no, first wait, when they said women's coach of the year, and they voted the coach of USA as the women's coach of the year, what shocked me is her having an award on the recording and sharing a message. I'm like, so this one got to know about the award like 1 week to the awards.
Yeah,
that she has won. Week to the awards.
They recorded it
because she was recorded. These awards whereby you come and you be like, oh, I'm surprised I've won the award. Not you telling me you've won the award 1 week to the awards.
For me, there are racial undertones in it. There's something about Vinicius Junior that scares them.
If people didn't see that, I saw it and I'm like, hey.
Yeah, people were pissed. There's something about Vinicius Junior that scares the hell out of these people in Europe. I mean, his talent is enormous. Demolished Spain. He's unapologetic black. He's against he's fighting against racism in sports. I mean, he's outspoken about racism and all that. And that thing might really rub many journalists. If you look at the people who vote, these are journalists from the 100 countries. I don't know whether Africa has 22, but most of them come from Europe. And I went ahead and read that the Ballon d'Or is now being organized by UEFA. You get? I saw how UEFA awarded the European Football Awards, giving Rodri over Lamar. There's racial undertones all over, and if anyone cannot see this, then you're really, really, really being blindfolded. There's nothing really straight about this Ballon d'Or. Even the way they cut out this, the one Messi last one, who was supposed to win it. There was a player that performed very well. That one that people were like, this thing is all rigged. It's all rigged, and until they stopped nominating Messi, because whenever they nominated Messi, he was just winning it. Even in Inter and all that, he won the Ballon d'Or of World Cup of last year. And you're telling me Vinicius cannot win the Ballon d'Or of the Super Cup of last year?